I thought that statement was written in Genesis. You can't do that. I've been told that again and again and again and again. And all through my career, I've never believed hardly anything I've heard until I've been able to validate it myself. Well, my first encounter was an absolute failure. I knew Maury Amsterdam fairly well, University of Pennsylvania years ago. And he used to connect periodontally treated teeth with little copings and a superstructure. And it worked so exceedingly well. So way back like 25, 30 years ago, I thought, why don't I just connect implants to teeth? The first case was an unbelievable failure. The implants stayed stable on all of this stuff I've done myself, and the teeth intruded, no exaggeration, 1/2 inch. I thought, wow, I've really done something wrong. Well, the next time I tried, I thought, let's just put precision attachments between them. That was a dismal failure. I don't mind these failures as long as the patient has had informed consent before that this is an unknown thing. This is 30 years ago, 25. And the female portions of the precision attachments intruded. Well, how come then what you're looking at right now appears to be working? Look at this image. Now, I've honored curve of Spee there, as you can see. I've got the one a little bit angled distal. We're going to make a good curve of Spee on that. You will see a tooth there that is questionable, adjacent. Now, that's a standard connection of two implants. I have no problem with that. However, what if I don't do that? What if I do that? Now, there is an implant. I can't remember what that was, probably a Nobel. And it's connected to an endodontically treated tooth. What idiot would do that? This idiot, me. That served in my brother, again, a family member who consented to this because he was in his mid-80s and he was not in the best of health. And he wanted something in there to chew on for the few years he lived. By the way, all the rest of that dentistry I had done up to 40 years previously. So you can see sometimes stuff really lasts. Well, now, I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and then we'll talk about how you do it. That's the same one in a little bigger image of it. And you'll see I've got a post in one, an endo, and that's been in at least 15 years there. You see a little peri-implantitis, not much. If you look at the juncture of the coronal part, we're now finding that that's the problem, is the juncture of the implant and the abutment being placed at the level of bone. You will see this year a very strong movement toward moving the juncture of the abutment and the implant suprabone. Well, how do you do this? How do you do it? Here's another one, and I'll talk to that one. A natural tooth, not enough room for implants in that pontic area. And I don't want to perf the sinus unless I absolutely have to. All I do is irritate the heck out of my ENT friends when they get a chronic sinusitis. So that natural tooth must be a 1 lack of mobility. It cannot be a 2. I learned that very fast. The implant must be solidly in the bone. The superstructure, in that case, was feldspathic ceramic, and the substructure was noble metal. Now, let's summarize how this happens. You have to roughen the internal of that casting or zirconium. It has to be a 3Y zirconia. It can't be a diluted zirconia. You have to roughen the external of the tooth. Now remember, we've got a solid tooth, a solid implant. It's been in at least 4 months or I won't even touch it. This early loading is a fantasy. We've proven that too. Now, what's cement? What's the strongest cement you know in your whole repertoire of tricks? It would be a Parkell cement, C and B Metabond. it will hold almost anything on. So I've got roughened casting or zirconia. I've got roughened abutment. I've got a roughened tooth. We're cementing with a strong cement, and the occlusion must be impeccably adjusted. I have many cases like that. You can cement a natural tooth under those circumstances to an implant with success. That I don't know what else I would do there except bloat the sinus with some fake material and not even know if it integrated. Try it, but use those criteria. Thanks for being with us. Join us next week.